Hello and welcome. How we doing, fire signs? Happy April. Happy April. I think by the time I publish this, it'll still be the very, very end of March, but we are going to be looking into April for you guys. Just looking at a monthly forecast, what energies to expect, anticipate, and work with. We're going to go in order. Aries, Leo, then Sag. And yeah, I think we're just going to get into it. This energy with Neptune moving into not Pisces, out of Pisces and into Aries, speaking of, feels so good for me as a water sign. I don't know, Aries, how you're vibing with this. I feel like this must be some kind of, like, my guides are showing me a puzzle piece, just like fitting effortlessly into place. I'm hoping this is a little bit of relief for everybody because, dude, late stage Pisces is enough. Not enough. All right, so what do we have for you? Not reading reversals right now. Remember who you are, Page of Wands. Let's zoom in a little bit. And connection with the biome, with the earth and the body. This feels kind of like New Year's energy. By which I mean resolution energy. Making a decision that comes from an inspired place and moving forward with it. And there does feel to me to be a very strong physical component to this. The Page of Wands is inspiration, getting curious about something, maybe wanting to start something new. Intuitively, like, I do love that we're talking about, connection with the world, connection with our neighbors, connection with our communities. But intuitively, this feels like I feel this in my stomach. I feel this is a connection with the biome of the body itself. And this remember who you are, like, this is kind of especially with the fish here, this is giving the fog lifting now that Neptune is out of Pisces. Remembering that we have a body that needs us, that we have a body that is doing its best for us, that we have a body that deserves worship and respect and dignity and love, good food, sleep, intimacy, movement. So with the Page of Wands being this kind of inspired energy leading into this, you might be thinking of new ways to move your body, new ways to dress your body, new ways to kind of like feel into the body. And I'm hearing for one of you guys, if you have any work to do, like if you're into the idea of doing spiritual work, emotional healing, like, not everybody has to be doing that shit all the time. But if that is something that speaks to you, the work that you need to do is looking at any narratives or stories or shadows around the body being taboo, the body being ugly, the body being gross, something that you're not supposed to enjoy, something that other people, like, I want you to just very compassionately examine those stories. And I feel like that's connecting to this card as well, this Remember Who You Are card. This feels beautiful. This feels really easy too. I don't feel like this is like an uphill battle necessarily, especially if you've been in the fog of this Neptune and Pisces energy and you've been feeling sluggish, you've been feeling unmotivated. This just feels like a gentle kick in the patoot. To get out, take a walk. For me today, I felt this and just took a walk on the beach. It was wonderful. I feel like I should do it all the time because I live close enough to it. But just 15 minutes of being in the body can, I think, completely change the tone of the day. That's what I have for my Aries babies. I like it. I like it a lot. So let's segue right into Leo. See what Leo can expect for the month of April, whose astrology, by the way, is as spellbinding, if more so than the astrology of March. Like, I was all like, holy crap, March is crazy. And then I saw the astrology for April and I was like, oh, that was just the setup. Like, that was just the opening act for the rest of the energy in 2025. Lots of big things. I talk about this in my Patreon a lot more, but lots of big bada boom, big fated, inescapable sort of experiences coming in for this month, both in individual and collective ways. Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. It's giving frustration. It's giving, when I tap into this intuitively, a little bit of victimization, feeling like I'm not being heard, I'm not being seen. I don't know why I'm not being validated. I feel like my energy is worth something, but the wheel keeps turning probably so fast that it's not landing. I feel like I'm speaking to a brick wall, Leo, when I tap into your energy. And maybe you are. I don't know if this is somebody who's trying to change somebody's mind sociopolitically, if you're trying to be heard by people that absolutely have zero intention of hearing you, either because they have too much going on in their lives or they just don't like what you have to say. You can't force somebody to hear you, yo. You can't do it. Um, this light the candle of grace, like, I don't know, this is again that like late stage Pisces energy. We still have a ton of shit going on in the later degrees of Pisces all throughout the month of April. So there might be a little bit of push and pull with this more fiery energy that you want recognized, and this kind of glorpy, like, blech, kind of melty, boundaryless energy of Pisces. I keep hearing, when is it my turn? When is it my turn? Like, what the hell? Like, and all I can tell you, dear Leo, I feel the month of May, the second week of May in particular, being really important for you. So if you are waiting for something, you're waiting for some kind of job prospect, you're waiting for a phone call, it'll probably hit between then and July. So you are going to have to maybe wait a little bit longer for the thing that you're trying to develop. But there's more, I feel this in the heart space. There's some inner child shit going on with this. There's some golden child going on with this too, if you guys are familiar with that term in psychotherapy. Seeking validation outside of yourself, knowing you're the shit, but for some reason it's not reflecting back to you from other people. There's more work you need to do with this. And I am actually going to pull another card for you about this, like an advice card, because I feel very stuck energy with Leo. It even looks like this person's kind of stuck in this volcano, right? Mind that monkey. So, I think what they're kind of telling you to look out for, Leo, is victim mindset, and potentially even a little bit of codependency triggers, because, like, if you're feeling really stuck and frustrated because other people aren't giving you your due, then like, why are we relying so much on others to give us that? Or do we maybe even need to find people that will actually reflect ourselves back? Like, I don't, there's a narrative, it's connected to dad's side of the family in a really strong way. Maybe dad stonewalled you, or dad's side of the family stonewalled you. There's financial withholding. There's a whole lot of fucking trauma that's underneath all of this. So I think this is just an invitation to work on victim narrative. I don't want to tell you to just get over it, because that's obviously not how that works necessarily. Maybe do some journaling around why feeling upset by this is such a focus for you, when you could be focusing on other data points. Okay. All right. Sagittarius, month of April. Leo, I think you're just trying to please the wrong people, is really what it comes down to. You shouldn't really be trying to please anybody but yourself, but it's okay. Sagittarius, 3 of Wands. Okay. Okay. We're climbing, we're reaching, we're growing, we're expanding. Bravery. Lots of motion showing up here for Sag. Momentum. The ocean's also being expansive. And you have that same card as Aries, that remember who you are. Pisces, fog lifting, so now we can move forward. This feels like a huge surge of relief. For those of you who travel for business, I feel like that I don't know, this feels like, oh my God, finally, I get to get on a plane, I get to go somewhere else. It is very, very Sag in nature. The 3 of Wands is about expansion, taking the creative ideas that start to brew in the 2 of Wands and actually putting them into motion. The bravery is actually putting your money where your mouth is and doing the things that you say you're going to do. And the remember who you are, I'm going to pull a clarifier on her as well. I feel like I think there's this darkness energy. I feel like we've all been really, really held underwater by Neptune in that last degree of Pisces. The last degree of a sign is a doozy because it contains like all of the information of all of the all of the degrees before it. And with Pisces, we're looking at, it's the last sign of the zodiac. It's a lot of completion. It's karmic cycles that are closing out. It's getting into the subconscious, but also not really knowing what's real. I've never been gaslit so much in my entire life as I have by specifically Pisces men. If you're a Pisces man and you're watching this, I'm not saying that you automatically do that, so don't come for me. I'm just saying that it's the shadowy nature of Pisces definitely looks like that or can look like that. You have so much water showing up here. So Sag, I'm feeling just a break in the stagnation. I feel relief. I do feel travel of some kind. I feel you moving around. I feel you shaking off the cobwebs. You might have to motivate yourself though to kind of get to this feeling of relief that I'm tapping into, in the same way that I'm telling Leo to kind of like pay attention to how much you're looking for external validation or permission or whatever. Like I think, especially with Neptune jumping into Aries, that's all about the self. That's about self-initiation. If you want something, go get it. You'll get it. That's the thing. Like if there's something that you've been building towards, something that you really, really want, you will achieve it, especially when you really step into your power, but you have to actually like take that step. No one can take that step for you. Feel me? Okay. Kind of short and sweet this time, you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. I hope you all have a lovely, lovely April. I'm personally very, very excited to see what shows up on the world stage. Again, if you want to hear more about that, go check out Patreon. The link is in my bio. All right, y'all have a good one.